Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Joe True and Love. Back at again for your review for AEW Rampage, April 15th, 2022. An average edition of Rampage outside the main events. The main events, Adam Cole versus Hangman and Adam Page for the AEW World Championship, and a Texas Death Match. Nothing over top as far as this Texas death match was concerned. The first match between Archer and Moxley was kind of, bang, 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 for really quick for time is given. Page versus Archer earlier this year, which, it felt like it had some more time to breathe, was great in itself. This match was different compared to the other two, but not sure how to rate as far as the other two goes. I still think Hangman vs. Archer was better, but still overall good main event goes to better ending to Rampage than Dynamite for the fans, but overall a decent edition of Rampage. But thank you all for joining me. If you're new to the podcast, if you want to see more pro wrestling videos, you can find those on the homepage. Click the description and you can find Dynamite review, which I post on Thursday, and then Rampage coming out, and then tomorrow I'll have a AEW Battle of the Belts 2 review for tomorrow, so you can find that on the homepage as well. But thank you all. Let's get into it, shall we? So, the Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Bryan Danielson. They were all out there versus the Gunn Club. This was Yuta's first real match as now a member of the Blackpool Combat Club. He was accompanied by William Regal, who was on commentary. This wasn't much, the Gun Club. I just hope I can be as good as in shape when I'm in my late 50s as Billy Gunn. I will say that. And, the Gun Club, Austin and Colton, they're getting better, but obviously they weren't going to win here. Austin actually did a Roman Reigns Shield chant in front of Moxley, which amped him up. Went for the whole ooh ah type of chant. But then a hot tag to Moxley, and then, clean house, hit clotheslines everywhere. He had superplex, then a double DT. Then Yuto was tagged in. He had a flying crossbody for a near fall. Billy Gunn hit the one and only on Yuta, or I'm not sure if he's calling it something else, but hit the one and only for a near fall. Finally, Yuta, he stacked up Billy Gunn, 1, 2, 3 for the win. The Blackpool Combat Club get their first win as a trio. And with the trios titles gotta come in. The trios titles gotta come in. I mean, Blackpool Combat Club, 2.0 Daniel Garcia. I would say Jurassic Express and Christian Cage, the House of Black. There's a bunch of possibilities for, the Undisputed Elite. There are certainly matches to be made when it comes to the trios division. So then we got the Butcher. This was so quick. I don't think I heard the name of his opponent by Justin Roberts. This was so quick. Butcher won with a powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. The Butcher is gonna face Wardlow on Dynamite on Wednesday, which should be an interesting affair. Now that Wardlow's getting paid to be back wrestling on Dynamite, so see how that goes. Dustin Rhodes, he challenged CM Punk to a match for Dynamite on Wednesday. Should be a good match, to build CM Punk on his road to the AEW World Championship, presumably at Double or Nothing. See how it goes, but yeah, clearly Dustin is not going to win. Ruby Soho, she's back on TV. Ruby Soho. Boy, is it good to hear her theme song again on TV. She went one-on-one with Robyn Renegade of the Renegade Twins. Good stuff hearing about the Renegade Twins from AEW Dark. But they face off here in an Owen Hart Cup qualifier match for the women. Decent little match here. Soho, she had like a head scissors into the middle turnbuckle. Renegade, I can understand why they're hearing good things about the Renegade twins, and she looked good. She looked good in this match here against Ruby Soho, who's one of the best. And so hit a move on Robyn. She rolled out the ring, and Robyn with her sister Charlotte, they did a switcheroo from out underneath the ring, kind of what the Bell Twins did for so many years in WWE. So they did a switcheroo. Charlotte countered a or senton off the top rope, but went for a fireman's carry, perhaps a Samoan drop. but Ruby countered, hit the no future, and then they did a switcheroo again, but Ruby hit twisting flatliner on, I assume, Robyn for the win. Ruby Soho is now in the Owen Hart Cup tournament for the women. Good. We'll see more Ruby Soho on TV. That's where she belongs. And so yeah, so Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm, Red Velvet, Hikaru Shida, Ruby Soho. We're getting Britt Baker for Stanley Kamea. Britt Baker's going to win that. So she'll be in as well. But it's going to be one heck of a field so far for the women, the way it's shaping up. Lineup for next week. So for Battle of the Belts, of course, we got Guevara versus Scorpio Sky, TNT title. Thunder Rosa versus Nile Rose for the Women's Championship. We got Dalton Castle versus Jonathan Gresham for the Ring of Honor World Championship. By far the most intriguing match on the show, the way it seems. And then next week's Dynamite, looking swell. So we got Hook, his AEW Dynamite debut. Butcher versus Wardlow. Jungle Boy versus Kyle O'Reilly in the Owen Hart Cup qualifier match for the men. Got some good stuff. Look forward to next week. And then Rampage next week. Daniel Garcia versus Eddie Kingston. Everyone banned from ringside. Jade Cargill versus Maria Shafir for the TBS Championship. It will end next week. Next week. I don't mean Jade Cargill's title reign or undefeated streak. But yeah, it's going to be quick and swift. Hopefully it's not as bad as I'm assuming it will be. But yeah, the match is not looking good. What was good was the main event. Adam Cole versus Hangman Page. Texas Death Match for the AEW World Championship. Solid match between the two. Of course, what I love is, well, Tony Khan said that they were going back to the roots, presumably, for Rampage, which is why this match was on here on Rampage instead of Battle of the Belts. Match was very good. I'm not sure how it'll really affect the ratings, but so good. You know, luckily I was able to, because new time, I was able to go back and watch it. Not much commercial breaks, so it flowed nicely. Also, what I love is a big fight match, as in if it's like a street fight or like a big no rules match. The attention to detail, both guys came out looking to fight, not really wrestle. So, the cowboy boots by Hangman Page was a bit funny, but nonetheless, attention to detail. Great match between two. Cole came out all serious. I also liked how one of the guys at ringside, one of the long hair guys, got was in sync when for the boom with Adam Cole. So Paige came out, started tossing chairs from out underneath the ring in the ring. Started with a pair of chairs in each other's hands, but Paige got the advantage easily on Cole. Started whipping him in the back with a chair. Then they fought to the outside. And then they fought into the crowd. Actually, they were up on the steps on these stairs. Paige got a beer bottle from some lucky. Well, I'm not sure how lucky of a fan he was, but got this beer bottle from a fan, bashed it over Cole's head, took a drink of it. So there's that for some schmuck who paid probably $10 or $15 for a beer. So they were out in the ring. Page went for his moonsault. Now back to the match. Very good match they had at Revolution. Page went for his moonsault in the middle of the ring, but was caught midair with a super kick by Cole. So Page kind of faked out Adam Cole while going for the moonsault, and then connected with a moonsault with a chair right in Cole's face. So that was a nice spot. Cole then was sent headfirst into a wedge chair in the corner, was busted open. Page then went for his moonsault on the outside, but Page was caught in midair with a super kick by Cole, which bought Cole some time. Then they went to break. Cole found a chain from underneath the ring, I assume. He found a chain and hooked it towards the top rope and used that to advantage. Then back from break, Page was sent off the ropes. Cole connected with a clothesline with the chain, which again bought Cole some time, and the referee started counting. Then there were two chairs set up in the middle of the ring, but they were bridged, so the high tips of the chairs were next to each other, so bad intentions. This made me cringe, obviously, but Page hit a Deathville driver on the Cole. Cole was hit back first on the tip tops of these chairs, which had to have sucked. But there was that. Paige then set up a stack of chairs in the middle of the ring, and Cole went for a Panama Sunrise, but Paige countered to a Deadeye, and final botch by Taz, but he's like, all Paige needs to do is cover him, but that doesn't matter. So, because the only way you can win is knockout or submission. So there was that. So finally, Cole hit Panama Sunrise, and then Cole went for something off the top rope, but Paige countered, and remember that stack of chairs Paige sat up in the middle of the ring. So Paige then launched Adam Cole off the top rope like a fallaway slam type of way across the ring on these chairs. Brutal spot there. So then, again, two chairs set up in the middle of the ring, and Paige went for something off the ropes, but Cole stopped him numerous times. So eventually, Paige just said, F it. So, set up a chair across from Cole that he was sitting in, and they just had a little sit down, face to face, back and forth, slugfest. So, they're on the outside of the ring. Cole, by the way, I should have mentioned Paige's chin was all bloodied up from during the match. They said it was the super kick by Cole, but either way, it was a great visual. So Cole's drawing to Paige, and this obviously fired up Paige, and he had a buckshot lariat to Cole. Then he took off his belt, and he tied Adam Cole to the top rope. And then he grabbed a barbed wire steel chair from the middle of the from underneath the ring, and looked like he was about to wipe out Cole. Adam. Sorry. But Paige was about to wipe out Cole with this barbed wire steel chair. So Paige had second thoughts, untied Cole, which led to a low blow by Cole. And then went off the ropes. Paige hit a big lariat. So they're on the outside, or on the apron, and there was a table set up on the outside of the ring. So it seemed like Cole went for a Panama Sunrise on the Paige through the table off the apron. So Cole went for it, Paige countered, and so Paige took some of the barbed wire off that steel chair, wrapped it around his arm, and so while he counted it, so Paige wrapped some of the barbed wire around the head of Adam Cole, then hit a dead eye to Cole off the apron, through the table. Cole could not meet the 10 count, and just like that, on Page retains the AEW World Championship. And that was how Rampage went off the air. Good stuff there to end a okay Rampage edition. Now, so this was a little head scratching for me in the sense of, okay, so I thought Kenny Omega might have returned for this match. That was not the case. So it seemed like, in all likelihood, that CM Punk is gonna challenge for the AEW World Championship at Double or Nothing. And Page retained. Now, the odd man seems like Adam Cole. What is next for Adam Cole? That's the question. And the way it seems, because I thought Kenny Omega was going to return for this match. That's why I was thinking as to why they had it here and not on Battle of the Belts was if Kenny returned for Battle of the Belts, that's a tape show and they don't want spoilers. So I thought, okay, this live, maybe that's an extra incentive for it to be live. That was not the case. So what does Adam Cole do next? And it seemed like, in my opinion, they'll probably do a triple threat match between Adam Cole, Adam Page, and CM Punk, which I would not mind one bit. I would not mind one bit because we know how good all three men are. Plus, if you do CM Punk, just CM Punk versus Hangman Page, it's going to be conflicting for the fans because Hangman is great as a babyface. And his title reign has probably seen underwhelming to some. He's had some great matches with Bryan, Cole, and Archer. He's done his part as AEW World Champion. So, in a way, it makes sense for CM Punk and for it to be a three-way dance because everyone loves Punk as well. So, insert Cole, you know who to hate. So, or who to boo. So that's probably the mindset there. But either way, it's right sentiment to go by for Double or Nothing. But we'll see in the weeks to come. But anyway, guys, that's a review for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click that like as well as see more, subscribe as well. But thank you all. See y'all tomorrow for Battle of the Belts. And then next week for Dynamite and Rampage. So be sure to click or find your inboxes, see when the videos come out. But thank you all. Be safe. I made Joe to Love. I'm getting out of here. Peace.